Podcasts. Rob Sanders.
Clemson is going to kick the shit out of the South Carolina Gamecocks probably for the next 10 years every time they run across each other.
KO Carolina Jackpot Hall.
The South Carolina Gamecocks are weaker than a plate full of piss.
The Rob and KO Podcasts.
Let's go.
And welcome in to the Rob and KO Podcast. I'm Rob Sanders.
I'm not ashamed no more.
I want to welcome in my co-host. He is in the upstate. He is Mr. Carolina Jackpot, Kale Hall. Kale, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Hump day. Hope you got your freak on.
Well, you getting your freak on Hump Day? Is that how it works?
No, all the time.
Oh.
Not just on Hump Day.
So it's hump every day in the Hall household? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not telling the secrets, you know.
Not telling the secrets. All right. Anyway, the reason we're running late is I was trying to make sure that our phone system was working correctly. We were going to try to do just the StreamYard link, but I've got to figure out how to wire all of that and make it go. So we're going to try and have a great show this evening, Kale. There's lots of great things to talk about, right?
Oh, absolutely. Without question.
Without question. All right. And currently I'm showing levels on the phone, so that's great. Anyway, we are going to, I want to thank our sponsor, Dennis Wilson of DNC Trucking and Transport. The script, my dog ate it, so we'll make it up on Sunday. We also have Callaway's Bar and Grill out in West Columbia, Highway 1, diagonal from the Walmart. They sponsor the Callaway's Bracket Challenge, which right now, my bracket is pretty fucked, Kale. It's pretty much the way it rolls, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about you. I mean, I'm currently in fourth place, so that's 3 spots off the lead. What place are you in over there?
I don't know. 13th. I think the wife's beating me at this point.
No, I don't think you're 13th. I think you're at 18th place.
Oh, okay. Well, you checked. I gave up after Purdue shit the bed.
You didn't give up. You already picked your bracket, sir. The bracket gave up on you.
So yeah, the bracket was like a bad dad. It just left me in the cold.
It
Fuck
sure
Purdue.
did.
Cunt Purdue team.
That's child abuse.
So I posted on. I wanted to start this evening with something that I posted on our Facebook page, which, by the way, we're at almost 1,000 likes on Facebook. I didn't notice that until the other day. But if you haven't liked the show on Facebook, go and like the show on Facebook. All right. So, but Jackpot, I posted something the other day where it was basically Nick Saban sort of, kicking Nate Oates in the face. He said that defensive back Tony Mitchell has been suspended following his recent arrest. Saban's quote was, "There's no such thing as wrong place at the wrong time." I mean, wow, what a kick to the teeth, right?
Yeah, because isn't that what Mr. Oates, isn't that what he said in his press conference right after the Brandon Miller situation went down?
Yeah.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time kind of thing, man. It just didn't work out well, but man, that comment there really was kind of a shot at Nate. And what's Oates going to do? Because the Alabama fans, I mean, they think this basketball is great, but in reality, this is just something to hold them over.
Nothing. Because if that kid wasn't the star that he is, he wouldn't be playing basketball there. And Nate Oates probably wouldn't have a job.
That's true too. I mean, they say he's going to be a first round pick. When I look at stuff like that, I'm like, how is it that this kid's coming off as a first round pick but he's going to go play at Alabama? That really, one of those things just doesn't quite fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Where is he? Is he from Alabama?
I don't think so. Or is it Abalama? I'm looking that up now. So I don't know exactly where he's from.
I'm not sure. I think he's from Alabama. It's the only reason I could think of that he would go play there. I mean, they've done okay in basketball. I mean, mediocre to slightly above average, I guess, in the past. But yeah, nothing obviously would have led anyone to believe they would have had the kind of season that they had this year.
You want to take a guess where he's from? Comment section may give it away, but I mean,
the Big L.
No, he is from Tennessee. He went to Antioch or Cane Ridge High School.
It's probably from Memphis.
Antioch, Tennessee. I don't know where Antioch, Tennessee is.
I think it's near Memphis. They produce some good ballers in that area.
Wonder how that works out. That's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah. So Alabama's not that far off the grid from that area. It's actually closer to Mississippi, I think, than it is Alabama. But yeah.
Brock says your wife is beating you. Damn, domestic abuse has finally come full circle. Yeah, that's I have nothing to say on that front other than yep.
Android Ops says it's in the Nashville area. Okay, so yeah, it's right up on top of Alabama.
Yeah, well, hell, why didn't he go to Vanderbilt?
I think that's probably
so
pretty
yeah,
self-explanatory.
Far-fetched. So when you're looking at it though, we've got. By the way, I think I heard a stat today that kind of made me go, "Huh." Vanderbilt, until tonight, hadn't lost a game in Nashville since like January 24th, but then they lose tonight in the NIT quarterfinal to UAB at home, 67-59.
They haven't lost a game in Nashville since January?
Yeah, since January 24th is what I read.
I guess they lost a crap ton of them on the road because, I mean, certainly you would think that would have been an NCAA tournament team.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it, then they rolled through the NIT too. But anyway, yeah, I thought that was interesting too with the fine folks at Vanderbilt.
Our buddy over there in the comment section, TriStar, wants to know, Tater Man, why are y'all mimicking the gimmick? Why?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Why are they mimicking the gimmick? Yes, you do.
No clue what he's talking about.
Yeah.
There's nothing mimicking anything. I don't know what are you talking about?
Well, your quarterback said it.
Well,
they asked Barrett Briley a couple days ago how much of the run and gun offense, how much of it he's gotten installed this spring. He said 80 to 90%. So he's definitely ahead of the curve there.
I guess so. Anyway, I think that the crazy thing with all of that, though, is that the young man, the way that you guys, the simpletons, came with that was he just said that they would have the kind of offensive output. They're not going to run the same kind of offense.
No, he said we're going to look a lot like Tennessee next year.
Yeah, as far as the offensive numbers that they put out. That's what he meant.
No, he wasn't talking about numbers. He didn't say our numbers are probably going to look similar to theirs. He said we are going to look similar to Tennessee this season.
That's not what he said.
No, that is what he said verbatim. I saw it. I saw an article about it on TigerNet. TigerNet doesn't bullshit anything.
Yeah, okay. Well, first of all, what is your sign in on TigerNet? I bet you have a great name on TigerNet, don't you?
I'm Clemmy Clint 83.
Shut up.
When I get over there, no, seriously, when I go over there, I used to take some of my videos and post them over there, and I would get like mega traffic on my YouTube videos that I posted over there kind of a like a cross pollination thing, kind of getting the
Yeah.
best of both worlds. But yeah, they ate them up too.
Well, we shall see. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I stand behind this too. If Clemson does try to run the gimmick offense that Tennessee is running, you're not going to win a national title with it. You're not. No one's won a national title with it. And I think that if that does happen, that'll probably be the end of Dabo Sweeney's tenure at Clemson.
Well, to be fair, I would like to think that Clemson's defense is just a little bit more resilient than Tennessee's, wouldn't you? I mean,
maybe that's not really saying much. That's like, winning, like what's the Monopoly card? Second prize in a beauty contest, you get $10. It's not really saying much.
Damn, you just came up with an off the wall reference, but yeah.
Wait, I channeled my inner jackpot. That sounds like something you would come up with.
Okay.
Yeah. Tristan says, how TF is more resilient? They lost. Sir, we're talking about over an extended period of time. It's not just one game, one meaningless bowl game where a lot of Clemson's best players didn't play. But whatever you want to go with there. Brock says he's rooting for Dabo's downfall. Okay.
Well, I think that's realistic. Brandon Kuhn said, says, what do I think about Andy Kaufman going into the WWE Hall of Fame? Did he?
Yeah, he got inducted. He's going to be going to the WWE Hall of Fame. He
participated in one fucking wrestling angle.
Yeah, but it was a hell of an angle.
Oh yeah, I mean, but okay.
Well, look. I mean, look at if you look at the WWE Hall of Fame.
Really wasn't in the WWE either.
Well, but the WWE, I believe, owns the content, though. So in theory,
yeah, they own. I think he owns like everything. That was in Memphis wrestling.
Yeah, that was some shit wrestling. So anyway, well, I don't know how that's going to work out, but Andy Kaufman in the WWE Hall of Fame. So.
Okay.
Let's see here. Sancho is dumb and says Clemson had one linebacker that opted out. No, sir, that's not true. I'm not gonna educate you this evening, but
excuse me.
So Clemson's best defensive player just didn't play in that game, but that's all
Travis Roll gives it to me over here in the comment section. Let me go on ahead and address the crowd. Oh, we don't care. We don't care. It's been too long since I've heard his voice. He really, I mean, they could have brought a lot of excitement to the program. I don't know why he doesn't do play-by-play for the men's and women's basketball games also, too.
That you got calling games. I don't know who's calling it for the men.
Casey Manning and somebody else are the ones that do the basketball games. But I mean, I don't understand that because like back in the day, Bob Fulton used to do it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, he did the basketball games too.
He did do it all. That's true. Bob Fulton was great.
Did Jim Phillips do it all too? Didn't he do the basketball games for Clemson?
He did basketball and everything else. He did baseball too, and Bob Fulton did baseball too, if I remember right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, but that was back in the day when radio was really, really important. So, what else did you want to go over this evening, Jackpot? Did you see spring practice kicked off there for the Gamecocks? They've got I think they got Decarrion Joyner playing running back. I don't know what the hell that means, but hey, whatever. Right?
Yeah, I think they're messing around back there. you know, they've probably got like one package designed to get him the ball. He's not going to be. There's no way they're going to put him in for an entire series playing running back. There's no way that guy's physical enough to play running back. I mean, getting him out in space, yeah, but no, I don't see him being an every down back. I don't see how that's going to work.
Well, we see him like a scat back, basically.
Yeah, I'm really looking. I really want to see how this guy from Newberry does. I mean, now he may not be able to. He may not. I don't know. It may not be worth a salt. With the step up in competition. But I have a feeling. I mean, anybody that rushes for almost 2,000 yards, he's got to be able. He's got to be able to juice up them wheels and get going out there, man. Behind the SEC offensive line, come on, I'm here for it.
Well, but that you got to give them credit too, because the wide receiver you guys had that really had a good season. I mean, they kind of picked him off of the wood pile. I mean, I think that's fair, right? Nobody really. I mean, people kind of knew, but not really.
Who are we talking about?
God, is it? He transferred in from a small college. The wide receiver last season, whose name just slips my mind.
Juice Wells.
Yeah, Juice Wells. He wasn't like a. I mean, I don't. Maybe that's something that
he was an FCS All-American. I mean, he wasn't like an unknown. I mean, he just wanted to play on a bigger stage, I guess.
But finding players like that and getting stuff out of them, I mean, that's something that he's done well. Shane Beamer's done. You got to give him credit.
Yeah, evidently, Beamer and the crew saw something in this kid they like. So I'm interested to see what he can do, man. Looking forward to seeing it. Looking forward to it.
All right, so we've got that. We've got the Sweet 16 coming up. Do you feel any different about the Sweet 16? It looks like Houston may end up being a problem here. I don't know. We shall see on that front.
Yeah. I don't know. They I don't know. Do you see any Cinderella stories in there? Do you think Florida Atlantic is gonna pull an upset here? Who they play? UConn?
Florida Atlantic is playing. I got to look that up, but
that's Arkansas is playing UConn.
Florida Atlantic has got. I can tell you who is the shits. Miami is going out. I think they're gonna get the shit slapped.
Well, that's the only. No, you need to just hold up on them. That's the ACC. That's your lone representative left in the big dance.
How long have we been doing this show, sir?
For a while.
Okay. I don't give a fuck what conference that it comes from. I'm not an SEC simpleton where my team can be 7-5 and I can talk about, oh, this is great. How good Miami doesn't affect my Clemson program at all unless they're playing Clemson. Only dumb fucks look at it from, well, how well Alabama does will, make South Carolina better. It's just stupid. It's ignorant.
I had a brain fart moment over there. I look over in the comment section. About 50 people have responded that they're playing the Voltard. Florida Atlantic does. So yeah, it's tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, I people were bitching about Tennessee playing dirty. And the best part was the Duke people bitching about it. And of course, this is the land of
freaking basket. I mean, it's them playing dirty. What the?
Yeah, Grayson Allen and all those guys, that was kind of the shitty thing there. But it's like I step back and I think about Christian Laettner and him stepping on people. And,
what about Duke? I mean, tell it playing dirty. Tell it look at their lacrosse team. It was out raping people.
Allegedly. Let's not get the show sued here.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Allegedly. They did something they wasn't supposed to be doing.
You heard about like Brett Favre, right? Brett Favre had those issues in in Mississippi where he allegedly took money from essentially poor people, money that was supposed to go to poor people, and he helped build a volleyball facility at Southern Miss. And it was just shady the way he got the money. So people were like, man, he should be held accountable for that. He should go to jail. He stole the money from poor people, blah, blah, blah. And Brett Favre is suing people. Like,
you think? Seriously, hold on. Hold on a second. You think anybody down in Southern Miss? You think they even know what a volleyball is?
Well, they've got
do they know the difference between a volleyball and a soccer ball? I mean, it just doesn't seem like a volleyball kind of place.
Well, you would think that, but then you look at Southern Miss's volleyball facility, and it's one of the best in the country. So it's like, I'm serious. They have one of the best volleyball facilities in the country. It's true. They spent all this money that Brett Favre got together from allegedly poor people, money that was government money that was supposed to go to poor people. And now Brett Favre's pissed about it, and he's suing people that reported the story. It's like, what the hell? You can't say anything anymore.
The Jets, looks like Aaron Rodgers is going to be quarterbacking the Jets next year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, good luck to him. He's a great quarterback. Let's just leave it at that. And your Jets might make the playoffs next year, and my Packers may not.
Could you imagine the Jets in the playoffs? Holy shit.
What do you think is more likely to happen in your lifetime, Jackpot? The Jets winning the Super Bowl or South Carolina winning the SEC title in football? We'll just go SEC title. What do you think is more likely to happen?
I saw South Carolina winning the SEC in football because really, I mean, in the East, I mean, South Carolina has one hurdle over there in the East that they have to climb over, and then I mean, you make it to the SEC championship game. I mean, it's unlikely, but even if the team from the West is stronger, I mean, you could luck up and beat them. I mean, you could catch them. They could have a bad game and they could have some turnovers. I mean, it's happened before. It's happened before.
Man says it's the Jets. Chris says it's the Jets. Big Barney Ross sides with you. Nick Saban Jr. Sports Talk TV. Thanks for watching the show. Says it's the Jets. The hell does Nick Saban Jr. know? What the hell is that all about? All right. Well, that's
I don't know. I kind of think we're in. I don't know. I kind of think we're in a Kansas City. I think we're kind of in mode there. Well, I mean, I don't know that we're talking about a New England Patriots type run, but it's certainly possible.
Chris says South Carolina
and all
goes.
The people over in the comment section who said the Jets, you go fuck right off.
Well, how about Chris? How far can he fuck off saying South Carolina goes 4-4 in the conference annually, and he's like one hurdle? He's laughing.
Well, I mean, what? Okay, Tennessee has one year where they have a decent record in the conference, which was last year, by the way, which they still didn't play for the conference championship nor win their division. And they can throw shade at other teams, but okay, whatever. Teams that destroyed them too, by the way, which makes that even dumber.
Yeah. I think I'm buying the I think South Carolina's got a better chance than the Jets because the Jets are a shithole. Like I think it's worse being a Jets fan than a South Carolina fan. At least a South Carolina fan, you could have a year where maybe Georgia slips up. Maybe. I mean, that's happened. We've seen Georgia lose games to Vanderbilt in color. We haven't seen the Jets win shit since Joe Namath.
Yeah, and with the Jets too. I mean, it's all about football. I mean, you can't just say, "Oh, fuck it, we'll wait for basketball season for the Jets basketball team to play." Yeah, we'll wait for the Jets baseball team to play. The Jets women's basketball team, they're going to win the Natty again. See, you can't do any of that.
Harry Legg says, "Worse being a Falcons fan than either of those." Yes.
Falcons get hated on a lot by their own kind.
Yeah, like they want to fight each other.
They want to cannibalize.
Yeah, they want to just fight each
themselves.
other. Yeah. Kind of funny. All right, we're gonna try to go to the phones here, Jackpot. Hopefully this will work. I'm gonna post the number. All right,
Chris
803.
Foster's Chris and George are getting roasted over there in the chat for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's more fair to think that South Carolina could do it. I really do. So over the Jets. Chris says we lost to South Carolina, only lost 2 conference game. That Tennessee win didn't erase the 4 other conference losses. Yes, but I mean, it showed the blueprint how to beat that gimmick offense. And it really did. All right.
That's a point. That's a point.
All right, let's go to the phones. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Yes, this is your boy TriStar, and this is a question for you, Rob. In the words of Kirby's visor, why are y'all mimicking the gimmick? He actually came up with that.
Yeah. So, Jackpot, you can actually hear the gentleman on the phone.
I can. I thought it was Peg and Megan that came up with mimic the gimmick.
Well, Peg and Megan's dumb. So that's you know what I mean by that. I don't think
no,
that
that was visor.
Yeah, give credit to Visor for that. Look, I don't think that I stand by what I said. If they run 100% of what Tennessee does, they are doomed for failure. You'll end up losing a game to a team that you have no business losing to. It's just the way that it is.
Like in South Carolina.
Like a South Carolina. Look, you guys were what, 17, 18-point favorites over South Carolina? You
we were actually, I think, like 22, I think.
Right. Isn't that embarrassing? You go in there, into there to their place. You've got the guy that's supposed to win the Heisman Trophy. You're number 1 in the country. And they mopped the floor with you because they did what other teams didn't do, with the exception of Georgia, whereas they lined up in press coverage. They didn't sit in some pissant zone and waiting and giving the receivers big holes. They didn't do any of that. They basically said, as what was it? The defensive back from Columbia said, "What? Drop your nuts." He said that in the post-game press conference.
Drop your nuts.
Drop your nuts. Hey, you're gonna guard this guy, and that's it. That's how you beat the Tennessee offense. It's very simple.
Well, I mean, our offense was moving that game. It was literally our defense just played the worst game I've ever seen. I mean, you allow Spencer Rattler to throw for 6 touchdowns when the previous week he couldn't. They basically got shut out by Florida. But anyways,
with that, and also, I mean, Vanderbilt held him more in check than Tennessee did. Kentucky did. Same thing for Mizzou. So I mean, Texas A&M,
Arkansas, Georgia State.
Yeah. So anyway,
South Carolina State kept them in check more than Tennessee did.
I will not step foot in Neyland Stadium because I
was asking Jackpot.
Oh, okay,
good.
Are
you gonna come up to the Tennessee South Carolina game next year?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to see what's going on, but I would like to. But yeah, when I go to these games, it ruins my chance to do live streams. And it might sound silly, but that's a big part of my Saturday. So yeah.
So yeah, there's that. All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling the show.
All right, there, Rob. Have fun mimicking our gimmick. You have a good day.
Nobody's mimicking anything, sir. I think that's the way it's going to be. But 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. That's the number to dial if you'd like to join the program. Motivated, dedicated to the South Carolina drop 9 TDs. Yeah, they did. That happened, Jackpot. All right, let's go to the phones. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, it's Chris in Georgia.
Hi.
your quarterback said y'all were going to go as fast as Tennessee, so I don't know why you keep saying that they're not going to do the
well, if
exact same
he said that, I don't think that's the kind of style of offense that Clemson's going to run. If they do, they're doomed for failure. It's a failure offense.
I mean, his quote, they asked him on the tempo of the offense. His quote was, you look at what Tennessee could do last year, and everybody talked about how fast they played. I think that's going to be a lot similar to what we are going to be doing this year.
Okay.
Just the speed we can play at, but also the efficiency. It's not just a bunch of guys running around trying to figure out what we're doing. Even in the first day of practice, after 10 minutes, we were running around and getting to the
Stop
spot.
with what you said there. It's not just a bunch of guys running around. That's exactly.
Do you think that was what if you think just running around gets you 48 points a game?
Sure.
I mean,
you had
you talk about our defense. Our defense got clowned.
Sir, are you gonna take a breath? Hold on a second. You put up good numbers in the first year under Coach Cupcake up there.
In both first years, but in both first years, I mean, in first and second year.
All right, let me know. Let me know when you're finished.
Well, I mean, you're calling it a gimmick. It's been top 8 in scoring every year. Josh Heupel's been a head coach, so it's obviously working.
And how many titles does he have?
He's been head coach for 5 years, man. Like,
how
Nick
many
Saban didn't
titles
win a title
does he have?
13th year.
Surely, if you're a top 8 offense in the country, you've got how about division titles? Does he have? Does he have a division title? Surely
can't all have fucking
title.
Florida State and our a dead Florida State and a dead North Carolina State in our division. I mean, we're the ACC champs pretty much. We could beat the shit out of your best basketball team. We could beat the shit out of your best football team. Like,
sure.
I wish we could play in the ACC.
Time out. Didn't he win the national champion? Did he win the national championship at UCF?
No, I don't think that was him. That was the other coach.
No, that was the year before he got there. That
was Ginger Boy, Scott Frost.
So they played in the American. Okay, he couldn't win the American with a top 8 offense.
Yes. Yeah, he won the American.
Did he win?
Played LSU his first year, lost by a single score to LSU.
Why couldn't you bring that to the discussion? Well, he won the American Conference title. The only thing you said was, "Oh, he didn't play. He's only been coaching for 5 years." Okay.
I mean, I'm just talking about the SEC. I mean, Tennessee would have been in Atlanta if there wasn't divisions right now.
Lean back on that SEC crutch, sir. Just keep taking them back shots to the back of your head there, buddy. Keep on keeping on.
You're going to see what running that offense poorly looks like at Clemson next year. All the stuff y'all claim is going to happen with our offense or our defense and how they get wore out. Our defense allowed more than 30 points 3 times last year. Your defense will allow more than 30 points. I guarantee 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
Oh, wait a minute. So you're agreeing with what I've said throughout the season that it's pretty hard to have a good defense when you have an offense that runs at the pace that Tennessee does, because
I mean, I wouldn't say we had a bad defense. We allowed 22 points a game, which is like 30th in the nation.
Sure.
I mean, it could be better. It could be better. I'll admit that it could be better. But
that 63 points kind of threw a monkey wrench in that.
Just a little bit.
I'm sure it did. I mean, you sit there and act like you guys shut down Tennessee's offense, allowing 38 points, and their quarterback didn't even play the fourth quarter. Their starting quarterback didn't even play the fourth quarter. Like,
cool. Oh, so you're blaming it on the fact that
okay, here's another one. Well, they lost because Hooker didn't play.
We were losing before then, but to sit there and say that, oh, we shut your offense down and you got 38 points hung on you, I don't sit there and say, oh, we shut Bama's offense down. No, we didn't.
That's another thing. We were scoring so fast. It just,
It's a fluke. It happens. You got scored fast. Tennessee scores fast every single game. They score a lot of points every single game except one last year. They got held under 30.
That Georgia thing that happened there.
So let me make sure
they got held under 31 points one time. You ain't Georgia, bro. You're not going to hold us below 31 points. You ain't Georgia. You ain't Clemson.
Thank God.
No,
we beat Clemson. No, we beat them. That's who we beat.
I don't know.
Sir, why are you?
Now, Clemson's who we beat
every single time.
Why?
I mean, every single person that called a touchdown from Spencer Rattler last year dipped. I mean, how are you?
That's
not true.
I know, and everybody's still like, I don't want to fucking be here.
That's not true at all. Juice Wells
is not
still
true. Marshawn Lloyd and Jaheim Bell didn't catch touchdowns.
Juice Wells caught touchdowns last year. If you're just talking about the Tennessee
Not
game,
against Tennessee.
You know why?
Not against Tennessee.
You know why?
Shut down Jalen Hyatt. He didn't catch no touchdowns. Neither did Juice Wells, my dude.
Do you know why? You know why Juice Wells didn't catch touchdowns against
because
Tennessee?
they were running a gimmick offense with DeCarry and Jordan in the backfield the whole fucking game.
Sir, will you slow down a little bit? Why are you so upset about this game? I know that it kept you from being just relevant.
I just think it's hilarious that Clemson
you're thinking that it's back to the days of Peyton Manning and all that.
Your basketball team will be fucking trying to be physical next year. You'll have a fucking big Russian on your team next year.
No, nobody wants to be.
Ain't no Russian coming to Clemson.
College football. You stole your stadium name. You stole your mascot name. You stole Bring Your Own Guts from Notre Dame. You stole Arm Britches from Tennessee. You're the biggest thieves in college football. Now you're trying to steal our offense, and you're going to fail at that too.
Okay. We're not running the same kind of offense, sir. That's not going to happen.
Your quarterback's a liar then. Your quarterback's a liar, and that's not good.
Sir,
that a good Christian man like Dabo is raising liars.
It's not the same kind of offense, and you should watch your mouth when you're talking about liars.
Well, I'm telling you, Dabo's
penalized program in the conference over the past 20 years.
I'm telling you, Dabo's been a hypocrite.
Let it go.
He literally called Tennessee out by name. If you look at what Tennessee could do last year, and everybody talked about how fast they played, that is coming from his mouth.
Okay.
They're watching our film trying to figure out how to be a good team.
Nobody wants to be Tennessee, sir. Nobody wants to be
Clemson
Tennessee.
wants to be Tennessee.
No.
They don't want to get their ass beat and score two touchdowns in 4 quarters ever again.
Look, let me explain something to you, because I'm going to help you here, because this is obviously,
flipping burgers and getting a cold drink.
I have to, break it down very, very, very carefully for you. Okay.
They didn't want to be in Miami. Is that what you're about to say? They didn't want you to.
Are you going to let me speak, sir? Or do I have to mute the phone here to actually get a point out?
Say what you're going to say. Get it out.
Conversations go back and forth, sir. Holy shit. Look, in the bowl game, that bowl game doesn't matter, by the way. You were outgained by Clemson. You were outgained by Clemson by over 100 yards. So, yeah, in a game they didn't give a shit about, they almost got 500 yards of offense against you with a coordinator who knew he was on the way out. Look, the offense had issues with punching the ball in. Clemson's a better team than Tennessee will ever dream of being. So,
not anymore. They're not.
Okay, well, you've had one good season, sir. One. That's what you've had. One good season. You should
Tennessee had one good season at a point. Look where they got.
You're worse than South Carolina fans with, hey, they won a big, huge game, and congratulations to them. But you guys are worse because you think you invented football, and you're really not worth a fuck. You are one of the most overhyped.
Did get founded
the SEC, blah blah blah. You're one of the most overhyped piece of shit teams in the
world. Your AD doesn't even want to be in your conference anymore. He wants to come to ours.
No, he doesn't.
You and FSU's AD are getting together and saying, we're going to leave. If you don't give us more money, we're going to do the SEC.
Yeah,
nobody wants Clemson. We've already got the South Carolina market. We don't need Clemson, dude.
Yeah.
Go the fucking Big East. We don't care.
See, once again, you're showing how ignorant you are. Give me a quote where they said they want to go to the SEC. They want more money, or they're going to go into another conference, probably the Big 10.
You go to the Pacific 12?
They're going to go to the Big 10. Shit. Probably where they'll end up.
Dude, you would never fucking win a conference title ever again in the Big 10. You would easily go from the first, maybe the second best team in your conference to the 6th.
Sure. Is there anything else that you want to talk about this evening? Because you've just said a bunch of stupid shit that makes no sense.
I'm not the one that's calling my own quarterback a liar, bro. So the only one saying stupid shit.
They will not run the same exact offense that Tennessee runs. They won't run it.
They will run I know they won't. They'll look terrible. They'll try to run something like it, but
at least now they have someone who at least has the skills to possibly. They got someone with the skills that can at least try to run it in Cade Klubnik, because the ukulele. There's no way that guy was running that offense. So no way.
I don't trust Cade's arm to get the ball down the field for the big passes you need for this offense to work. And I don't trust the wide receivers are fast enough to get open to catch the big plays.
Sure. Yeah, we don't have enough sanctions to run that offense. We got to have some of those. You're right.
You're probably right. I mean, if the NCAA ever starts investigating churches, y'all are fucked.
Well, we'll put you in the camp of that you don't like Jesus, sir. If that's the way that you want to roll, have at it.
I don't like heathens that use the name of Jesus to make themselves look good. Hell, Dabo and Hugh Freeze are on the same level.
You're knocking people as they try to go to the Lord. Good luck with that.
Do you think Dabo has a burner phone?
He probably does.
100%. Dabo cheats on his wife 100%. Hell, he's probably providing his older brother with all the fucking hookups. The creepy ass hookups he has.
Whatever
God, that's hitting below the belt. Dude, he was a pedophile.
Who lets a pedophile be their head of security? That's dicey, man. That's dicey.
Okay. Anything else that you want to throw out there that's stupid this evening?
Nah, just everybody looking forward to Clemson not being able to do what Tennessee does.
Well,
and
that's because Clemson's not going to cheat like Tennessee does. So, and I hope that the NCAA gets a set of nuts and sanctions you like you should be sanctioned. I mean, you're just a step above the death penalty, in my opinion, but you should have 3 years, no scholarships, and no television rights. That's what they should do to you, but they probably won't.
Nobody wants to watch Clemson, though. If they took us off the field, what orange team they going to watch? Syracuse? Nobody wants to watch Clemson.
I mean, it's more wholesome than watching Tennessee. That's for sure.
Is that your goal? Is that your goal for your football team, is to be wholesome?
Yeah, I mean, wholesome as far as watching them on television. No one wants to watch your shit.
Oh, my God.
When I hear the word wholesome, I think of cream of wheat.
The Dollar General version of fucking Bring Your Own Gut and Enter Sandman. You guys come into a badass song like Enter Sandman? Well, we're going to run down a hill, and Dabo's going to do it first and take all the attention. They've been running down a hill
since forever. You just don't know anything about tradition. The only tradition
they've been doing that silly shit for 100 years.
I love a doorstop. It used to be Howard's doorstop, but
they used to have a bunch of goofy. They used to have a bunch of goofy balloons they let go of. They had to stop doing that.
Anything else,
came from a fucking quarry in Horry County, and y'all act like that fucking rock came from Death Valley. That rock
pronounce the name of the
my backyard,
can't even pronounce the name of the county correct, but it shows your ignorance up there. All right, are you going to
go? It's Myrtle Beach, dude. It's Horry. Everybody knows it's full of Horries.
Sure. Okay.
They don't have any rock quarries in Horry County. They don't have rocks.
He's dumb. I mean,
Horry County was underwater a million years ago.
So
that's where all the rocks deposited that.
No.
There's still orange britches from us. Bring Your Own Guts from Notre Dame.
Yeah, but here's something. All right, you know what? Here, I'm done talking to you. Have a great evening, sir. Here's something that you can't steal from Clemson, though. You can actually watch national title games in HD. You can do that.
Did Notre Dame really come up with Bring Your Own Guts? I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing for Notre Dame.
I didn't either. He made up so much stuff. He thinks there's rocks in Horry County, sir. I mean,
the only rocks in Horry County are ones that came in on a truck from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So
we let him go on for 13 minutes and 57 seconds. I think he'll be just fine with me hanging up on him there. Holy shit with all that. So...
You fucking redneck, cousin fucking, chicken fucking, hillbilly, goddamn East Tennessee outlaw mud show piece of shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm fine with you hanging up on that one. I mean, he was not just because, not anything that he said, but I mean, he was on there for a long time, and we would have to make him a co-host, I guess, if he was on there for much longer.
Not doing this show with him. Fuck him. Do a show with them. I'm not doing a show with them. If you do a show with him, Jackpot, he's just going to talk about, well, you scored 63 points, but we scored 35, so that technically.
No, they scored 38, so they're claiming, well, South Carolina's defense. Okay, well, so what? So our defense wasn't worth a shit. We gave up 38 points. The offense didn't look too bad though, so I'm here for it. I'm good with it.
They're lucky that Shane Beamer had a heart, because you guys could have put up like 76 if you wanted to.
Oh, they could have definitely scored there at the end.
They could have.
So,
all right, final call for calls, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. If you'd like to join the show here, Bob says that's an Emmy Award winning call. Well, Bob, if you think that's an Emmy Award winning call, I just refuse to go back and forth with him. It's just to let him sit there and spew his nonsense, and then we'll laugh at him when one of two things happens. Either A, people take the game tape that South Carolina had and they stop the gimmick offense, or B, Heupel leaves, or C, they get sanctioned. One of those three things is going to happen.
He's always very entertaining.
Yeah. He's entertaining.
I gotta apologize for my sniffles. The allergies are really kicking in on me right now. And I've been taking allergy pills too. But it's not doing me a heck of a lot of good tonight.
So Big Barney Ross sent me something, and it was a special bourbon that might be good for you, Jackpot. Let me see if I can pull this up really quick here. Yeah, he said he went to a bourbon aisle in Bardstown, Kentucky liquor barn. And he said this was the Kale Hall special. Maybe you could get some of that.
What is that?
It's bourbon in a penis flask. Maybe that's what you need to get rid of that cold, sir. Might help you out.
God.
He said when he went there, that's the Kale Hall special. I don't know. It's what Big Barney Ross sent me.
That is not the Kale Hall special.
That's what they think it is.
Brandon Kuhn was saying, Jack Polly says that Lenora Sellers just sounds like the quarterback of the future. The others should just transfer like Colton Gauthier and Braden Davis. Yeah, Shane Beamer has been talking about this kid and how hard he's been working, and he's been watching him just like out there by himself, just throwing balls. Juice Wells commented on that in his little 10-minute press conference deal that he did the other day. There, the media availability was talking about how hard of a worker this kid is. They say we got a quarterback room. I mean, we actually have some depth at the quarterback position, but I mean, none of it is really
tested.
It's not tested. Yeah, it's not tested. And it's not really doesn't look like it's really getting any reps. And it looks like the newest guy on the block seems to be the apple of everyone's eye.
Yeah,
as it were.
I'm have to see on that. All right, final call for calls 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. Someone asked why we talk about Tennessee. The Tennessee fans call us. We were talking about Alabama and
and because Rob's quarterback opened his mouth.
Yeah, like coaches need to just like not let these kids run their mouths at all, because dumb fans just take things and they're like, okay.
Yeah, they say apparently Sellers has the strongest arm in the room. That's nuts. When you consider these other guys have been on campus for at least a year.
Jackpot, do you remember when Joyner was in I think he went to Fort Dorchester, and his high school tape, he could really throw the ball, had a huge arm. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if it's like the curse of Will Muschamp, but I'd love it if Joyner could get in there, just from a me perspective, in that he should be given an opportunity to go in there and actually throw the ball. I bet he could throw some darts if he had to. I mean, real plays where, you have to make a read or two, but throw the ball down the field 15 yards or so. I bet he could throw that stuff on a rope if he had to.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure of it.
B Bean says, does the last caller deserve a bag of potato chips from Jackpot?
Yeah, his choice, Golden Flake, Utz, or Zaps, either one. My treat.
Maybe that's something we could do during football season. We'll send out I don't know. We'll figure out something where we'll buy some potato chips from Jackpot to send to some listeners. The Mazodcast sent some potato chips, didn't they? Some stale potato chips, something like that.
Well, it was a bag of Luther Burden potato. Should I show that? Hold on. I got it. It's right up here.
So Jackpot supports the Mazodcast, friend of the program, by the way. And apparently they sent Jackpot a hat and several other little things, including a bag of Luther Burden potato chips.
Yeah, these are the Old Vienna of St. Louis. These are the honey barbecue red hot riplets with the Luther Burden number 3 from the Mizzou Tigers on the front with his faux signature there. They went out of date in January, so no chance of me popping them up and eating them. And it's got his bio back here, which says a St. Louis native, Luther Burden III. Yeah, no, I can't read the rest of it because I ain't got my glasses.
Why don't we? Oh God, why don't we make a little wager here, Jackpot? If Mizzou beats you this year, you got to eat those potato chips on the show.
No, I'm not wagering that because I really want to keep this, and the likelihood of that happening is pretty good. I'd say higher than 50% based on results of the past 2 years. Just being real.
Funyuns. B-Bean says you can eat expired potato chips, but I don't know if those would probably be just gross. Be a mess.
Jerry Wells said the Utz crab flavored chips are real good. Real good. They have a good taste. They're very salty. So if you're watching your salt intake, those crab chips are probably not the road you want to travel down.
Jackpot with a food tip. Way to go, Jackpot.
I'm just being real. They are very salty. There's a lot of preservatives in those crabs. Yeah. I mean, you got to keep them fresh. So got to pack them in salt.
All right. Well, Jackpot, do you have anything else you want to go over this evening?
I can't. I don't. So is Clemson's spring practice over now, or are they on break?
Yeah, they're on spring break. They take a week and then they come back and then they'll have the spring game. Let's see here. The Clemson spring game is 1:00 Eastern on April the 15th. So
yeah, so the Gamecocks is at nighttime on April the 15th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're doing the nighttime thing again.
You know what, Jackpot? We should do the tour. I'll come up there and we'll go to the Clemson spring game. Then we'll come back down to Columbia and go to the South Carolina game. We'll do both.
That would be a lot of fun.
That would be fun. Why not?
Yeah, if people come up to me and ask me if I'm Carolina Jackpot, I'm going to ask them, "Are you up at Clemson?" That is, and I'm going to ask them, "Are you mad?" And if they say no, and then I'll say, "If you're not mad, then I'm Carolina Jackpot."
If not, you can tell them, no, that other chunky motherfucker over there is Jackpot. The one that's sitting next to me.
Some guy, this is no lie. I mean, some fellow just come up to me yesterday in the Dollar General market in Gray Court, South Carolina, and introduced himself. Said he was on the way down to Columbia because he's got 2 kids there. And they were one of his sons was sick or something, and he had gotten sick over spring break, so they're having to take him back down to school. And he watches the channel all the time, and so we took a selfie, I guess, there together in the snack aisle at the old Dollar General.
Did you get your potato chips in it for the advertisement?
Yeah, I did, and I did the Spurs up, and I was wearing my jersey that young Matthew gave me at the Slob Olympics with the Jackpot number 7 on the back of it. Yeah.
No, very good. All right, well, I don't know. We may talk about that. That might be interesting. I don't know. I wonder how many people
Dollar General?
No, go to both spring games.
Yeah, that would be interesting. It's a lot of football.
We probably have to leave Clemson in the third quarter. I don't know. They may have it in 2 hours, but if we leave Clemson, we could probably make it down here in time to sit through the to sift through the traffic on Bluff Road. They're going to have a ton of people at that game, I would believe, on Bluff Road. So, yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people at South Carolina spring game, certainly. Probably at least.
I bet they fill the lower bowl. That's my guess.
Probably at least 40,000 people there, which would be good.
So, all right, Jackpot. Well, you have a good week, and we'll chat again on Sunday.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all later.